Hi, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a review of the Cobra 50WXST. So let's get into it. So before we get into this, I do want to recommend everyone pick up a CB radio in 2025, mainly because it's cool. Handhelds are a little bit more user friendly, so when you want to use them in a car, you just have to get the appropriate equipment. So what I mean, like a K40 mag mount antenna, which would be good, an SWR meter so you can tune the antenna, and then you just plug it in the car and it'll be local. But that's the thing, in 2025 I think more people should get into it. It seems if you're on forums or on YouTube, everyone's talking about CBs, but it's location. So at least where I'm at, I would have to go out a little bit further, but I have gotten 3 contacts, and I know in the UK the radios seem to be bigger, so it's still alive, doing well, but again, it's location. So let's get into the actual radio, and I will say when it comes to handhelds, it really doesn't matter as long as it has the functionality that you could use it in a car. If it's a $40 to $100 Midland, Cobra, Uniden, doesn't matter. Right here we have the Cobra 50WXST, and I do apologize the small area, so I'm going to try to do my best. I'm going to show you the stuff that came with it and the antenna I do use, because this one is the stock one, and the location, we're probably not going to pick up even those people that are pushing well over 4 watts. So with that, let's get into the unit. So right here, this is the reason why I said it would be good to use in a car with at least a better antenna. You have your speaker and microphone. You can use earbuds, but it will be left channel only, so mono. You have your charging and power, and the way that this works is, so you have your cigarette lighter plug and your adapter. So the adapter goes on here, and then that's how you would charge AA's that are rechargeable. I do not do that. I have these right here. I use the charger that this is designed for, and I do recommend this brand. These are the 1.5 volt lithium batteries. I'm having a hard time get their 1.6 volt that I use on my Sega Nomad and Kodak cameras, so I went with the 1.5s, being that alkalines are 1.5, no problem. This does take 9, and the runtime is amazing. I haven't had to charge them, and that's one thing good about handhelds, even old ones. Their runtime is amazing. The one that you're going to see later on in the video is a new old stock one that I had growing up, and the runtime is 30 hours on 8 batteries. It's incredible. I do have this, and this is the antenna I do recommend people get, so get a good look at it. And when you're on Amazon looking up BNC 27 megahertz CB BNC antennas, however you want to put it in the search engine, this is the HYS. And the reason why I say get this one is because the other one I had at the end here, this piece right here was slightly longer, maybe about like that much longer when it was connected to the radio, and this one has a better snug fit than the other one. So this one is really good. I do like it, and I did pick this up, but I do not recommend unless you were using like a pyramid power supply, which I kind of want to get my hands on, because this is causing too much static. It's an AM radio only, but this does come in handy if I did need it. But I used that in the house with this antenna and got a contact, and we were talking for a little bit, and he was local. He did tell me his area, and I was like, oh wow, that's pretty cool. So I'm going to turn this on. I do have the squelch all the way open, so it's going to be very noisy, but I will close it so you guys can at least see the functionalities that it does have. And the speaker is really good, and the mic, from what I'm told, I did sound good. So right here we have you saw an LED light. So right here is the LED light button, channel up and down, and the push to talk. So the light only lasts 10 seconds, but as long as you're scanning around, it will stay on. I'm going to zoom in. So if you do, because I seen on, I think it was a YouTube video, but I seen on an Amazon post, someone's unit was stuck in low power mode. So the way that you get it out of low power mode is you press program, and this button right here up top puts it in. I don't know if you can read it. Yep, you can see it says power save. So it's in low power mode. Press program again, and the top button again. So cbradios, and that will turn off. So now I should be in 4 watts, maybe 3.5, who knows. But it also does dual channels, so I can monitor dual channels. So you press program, and then this button down here, and then whatever channels you pick, it will monitor both of them. And then one thing I find funny, if you're on YouTube, at least going back to videos that are 15 years old, channel 6 and sometimes 11, there's a guy that is outputting more than 4 watts. I don't know if we'll get him. Doesn't sound like it. Yeah, so it doesn't sound like we're gonna get much. It's not able to do FM, but there is a handheld I was looking at, because at least I have 2 AM units, because I'm going to show you now the new, old radio, but new. I'm going to compare, try to get them to communicate. But I was looking at a handheld that has FM, and it's a little bit more modern and smaller. Nothing wrong with this. Even with the 9 batteries, it's not bad. And when you put the clip on it, it feels good. I like using this thing just to scan the bands. So I had to put a light on because the sunlight today isn't working with me. So this is how the package came. Sadly, it does not come in the original outer. Okay, let's see. And there you go. You can see the logo right there. It is a General Electric. This is the manual. And there is the radio. I haven't seen this in very, very long time. If I have it, that would be awesome, because then I would have 2. Looks like it comes with, it's a little dusty, so as always, I usually clean a lot of things, even if it's new. So yeah, this brings back a lot of memories. I'll give this a little bit of a cleaning afterwards. If anyone knows what this connector is, that would be amazing, because as far as I saw, it looked like a MX connector. I think that's what it was called. I found an adapter, because I would love to do a different antenna on here. So yeah, as you can see right here, where we at, the antenna is not a BNC. If anyone knows, it's not TNC. I would love to get an adapter so I can plug different antennas in, because this is a screw mount, as you can see. And let me zoom out. I will put batteries in it and we'll turn it on. Looks like the squirrel. Oh, cool. So it actually, unlike the Cobra in high power mode, which is pretty cool, it gives you low, mid, and high settings, so you know where the dial is. So this can be used as a base station, and you can plug it into a wall. So this is an RCA style. If anyone has a good recommendation for RCA style, this I would probably definitely use as a base station unit, because it is no way to do a microphone. So you have the big talk button, and the buttons feel really good. Brings back a lot of memories. Let's see the compartment. Compartment looks amazing. The other contacts are inside the case, so hopefully you guys can see that.
Let me get out of here. Let me get out of here, man. I'm gonna get out of here looking like my northeast conditions are slowly fading out on me. I'm gonna get the hell out the way. I'm gonna ease out like I ease in. I'm gonna get my knees in the breeze. I'm gonna get my toes to formalize.
So as you can see right there, the unit works, and with the 8 batteries, it's actually not that bad compared to this one. Now has the alkaline just for the testing, because the alkalines I had weren't as good, so this was not really functional. So one thing that you can see with this unit, it is on. I just have the squelch so there's no noise coming through. The reason why this has good battery is the screen goes dim. So that's the reason why I can see why it gets 30 hours of continuous use. And I do like the handle here, so you can hold it like that, or even if you had it on a belt or on a jacket. It reminds me of my post World War II Norwegian flashlight that I did a review on. I love this thing. So it has an LED in it, and it has the sliders for different colors. Pairing the two weights, this one has the regular alkalines in it, as you can see, and it seems heavier than this one. So I have these in here, as you guys saw. It seems much lighter. These are the lithium batteries, and brand new. This should have a date somewhere on it. It should be 1996. The ducky antenna is flexible, brings back good memories. I'll give it a little dusting. The headphones sound amazing, so I don't really have to test that because a lot of this stuff has good preamps and that guy said Florida. So that's another thing right there is I wanted to show you too. With this unit, it'll only, as you can see right there, I have it in between. It's picking up a signal, so that will only, it'll only pick up a signal and turn on when it hears something. Channel break. Can I get a mic check? So as you can see, I don't know if that guy heard me because it's a little bit hard hearing because of the signal, but that antenna does pretty well. I mean, you heard someone from New York and the other guys. And this one, if I turn it on, let's open the switch. I'm not even getting it. A little bit of them. I'm getting a little bit. So this antenna is okay, but I do like this unit. It brings back a lot of memories. I have 2 AM units. I will now show you the unit receiving me on the other end. GE Handheld 5980A. Handheld testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is the Cobra 50WXST handheld testing with the stock antenna, alkaline, regular batteries. When it comes to the Cobra, I do recommend you do pick this one up. I mentioned it in the video. It is the HYS, but make sure it's this one because I noticed there's 2 versions. One has a shorter end here, but this one had the longer end here, so it might be more than 51 inches because I was testing another antenna and the BNC connection here was a little too wobbly, and I noticed it was shorter than this one. So Amazon, 16 to 18 bucks, can't go wrong. Handhelds, like I mentioned, it doesn't matter which one. Pick one up, put in your car, SWR meter, a K40, something similar to that, mag mount, and you have a good 4-watt unit. Now you will pick up people that are pushing well over 4 watts, but if you have a group of people, if you have them with these, it gets you started into the hobby, and then we can bring back the CB life, and it would be fun. Again, only an AM unit, so it doesn't have FM transmitting, but it has sound tracker because it is a Cobra thing. So if you both have Cobras, you're going to do sound tracker, make your voice sound better, weather bands, and it does have the dual watching, so you can monitor 2 channels. The knobs right here are nice, so you can fine tune without it being too hard to turn. I do like that they're soft. The buttons are easy to press. It has the microphone that you can buy from them, $24 on Amazon. I want to get one, so if I hook this up into a car, I can have this to the side, all hooked up with a better antenna, plugged in, and I can use that instead. But now let's get to the General Electric's 5980A. So with the GE, I did encounter some problems. This is an old new stock, like I mentioned, a unit from 1996, never was used. The battery compartment later on was not functioning, so I put alkalines and then the rechargeable batteries, and it would not turn on. I was not sure. Plugged it in the wall and it was working, so I knew that the unit was fine. Cleaned the connectors on the bottom because that was the only accessible part. Still wasn't working, and then eventually it did work. The speaker, so when I was transmitting, sometimes it wouldn't work and sometimes it would, so it would cut in and out. I was not sure what was going on with that. Again, the unit is from 1996, and putting power into something so old that was never used, it probably was a shocker to all the components inside. So hopefully there's no damage to any of the components inside. The other thing I do want to mention is, because that was the only two, well, they are major, but you know, you're talking about something that's old. The RCA right here, if anyone has a good recommendation, because I know you have to get specific ones for radios, if anyone knows a good one that I can get for this so I can adapt this to a antenna, that'd be much appreciated. And circulating online, people believe this is a Motorola antenna adapter, but if anyone knows the appropriate one I can get for this so I can put a BNC antenna on it, that would be much appreciated as well. I seen a picture that looks similar to this that was called an MX adapter, so I'm not sure if that's what it is. But with that, leave your comments down below. Let's have a discussion, and I'll see you in the next one.